Level of detail expressions exercise, cohort analysis. In this exercise, we will write a fixed level of detail expression to help us create a cohort analysis. What we are going to do is that we are going to leverage the order date to see if we could find the first order out of the many per customer, so we could bucket them in terms of where they sit in our analysis, i.e. when did they join, how much have they spent over time. So let's give this a try. So with Tableau desktop open, first thing I want us to do is go to Microsoft Excel. Let's open our sample superstore data source. As always, let's drag orders into the query panel. Let's click sheet 1. We're ready to go. So let's start off by writing our level of detail expression. Create a calculated field. Let's call this customer first purchase. Now, if you're lucky enough that you have a beautiful data team that will give you this column, then you could just leverage it, great. If all you have to go by is the number of transactions and the values within those transactions, then an LOD is a possible solution. So for each customer ID, let's add the fixed. We want the minimum, again it's an aggregation, order date. Nice and easy. So now that we have this, let's bring this down. Let's drag this into columns. Let's drag customer ID into rows. And let's count distinct. Let's turn that into bar charts. So now this shows us when the customers had their first purchase. This is just one example, but we can take this one step further and do something a little more interesting. So what I want us to do is take the customer first purchase and drop it into color. I now want us to turn this into month. And now we can also see which month they belong to. So that's January's cohort, March. So we can have a lot of fun with this. What we can also do is take month, drop that into rows. Take customer ID and drop it into color. Now, instead of having bars, let's have squares. So as you can see, we're doing something very interesting here. We're now trying to see at which month do you get the most acquisitions. Obviously in this data source we only have 2016 to 2019, which is fine. If you have a newer version of Tableau, you can apply the newer data source. But there you have it. We are building something quite interesting. We can format this, add some borders. Let's add this to label. So we can actually now see the number of customers we had in each period. And there we have it. I hope you've enjoyed this. As you can see, we've taken the fixed level of detail expression to calculate the customer's first purchase based on the order date. Prior to this, we would have to bring in every single order. We would have to have done some amazing calculations, whereas now, look how clean it is. We've created a single expression, is bringing in a dimension that's not a part of the view, and we're leveraging it anyway. So, hope you found this interesting. Let's move on to the next lesson.